Today I'm going to be doing a do-it-yourself, and I'm actually starting a new series of these because I just wanted to and I felt so inspired. And I am in a really strange mood, so you're going to see me very happy. But, okay, so, like, thinking, like, what else could you make out of paper? So, I was on the interwebs, and I saw this guy who made a garbage can, and I was like, oh my god, a garbage can out of garbage. That is amazing! So, I, looked at his pictures. Oh, my phone is ringing. I was like, I need to make that, because it looks so cool. So, you ready? That's what we're going to be making today. Wah! It's a garbage can, and it's made out of all these, like, folded papers, and that's what the inside looks like. And isn't it so cool? Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's huge. I could wear it as a hat. What do you think? Garbage can or hat? Dual-purpose product here, guys. Yeah, so I'm going to start a series. Whoa, that messed up my hair. Where I'm going to be showing you guys all these different things you can make out of magazine paper. And this is the first one. This is what we're going to be making today. So I hope you like it. Okay, so we're going to be using magazine paper for this. And you're probably going to need an entire magazine. Sorry, my nails are so nasty. So first, just rip out a piece. And fold it in half. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take the page along that line. You're either going to cut it with scissors, you're going to use an X-Acto knife, you're going to rip it if you want, just like rip it like that. Or for just convenience, and because I have one, I'm just going to be using a paper cutter. So I'm just going to put it in, line it up, and cut it along that line. Okay, so I have two pieces of paper. And this will work with like any standard magazine because they're all basically the same size. Then you're just going to take it, fold it. Actually, I like these colors better. Fold it in half with the color that you like outside because you're going to be able to see some of that. Then you're just going to fold. You're going to fold it 3 times. So in half once, in half again, and then in half a third time. So it's going to be this really, really thin piece of paper that if you were to open it up would have all these folds on it. And you're going to take, what we're trying to do is basically make these little circles. Ooh, that was gross, sorry. And I like all of mine to be pretty much the same size with the same size hole. So I'm just using a marker, and I'm wrapping the end around, putting a bit of glue, just from like a hot glue gun. And then I'm going to fold it over. Wait for it to dry. And then we're just going to continue gluing the rest of this all the way around. And then when you get to the end, just hold it down until it's dry. I'm going to slide it off and you're going to have a circle. You're going to need to make a ton of these. I have an entire bowl of them here. Because we're going to need a lot, but the amount that you are going to need depends on the size of like the bin that you want to make. The next thing we're going to do is make one of these. I already filmed myself making this one, but I'll explain to you what I did. So, like before, I took a piece of paper, folded it in half into those strips. Then I glued one of the circles together from around the thing. And then basically all you do from there is you just continue. You put some glue, like where that piece of paper left off. You'd put some glue and then you'd stick the next one down. And you just wrap that around that. And you just keep going and going and going. And eventually it gets really, really, really thick. So, yeah, you probably want to make it. I think mine is about 5.5 inches. I'm going to probably add a little bit more just to make it 6 inches, just so that it's, you know, standard 6 inches. But yeah, that's what you do for that. The only thing that you really want to make sure is that you put all like the solid seams on one side, and that the side where you can like see the opening is on the other side, so it's consistent. So all of this side is like the closed seam and all of this side is the open one, because that obviously doesn't look very pretty. The next step is pretty simple. What we're going to do is take these little circles that we've made and we're going to glue a row of them to the bottom, just like that, all the way around. So just take this, put some glue, and then just glue it to the side, just like that, so that it sticks. And we're going to do that all the way around. Side walls, the only thing that you want to make sure is that the pretty side is facing up and the gross ugly side is facing down. And then with these, you want to just try to make the side that looks more attractive of the ball stick out. So that's what we're doing there. Just to make them like extra strong, I've been putting a little bit of glue in the center there, just between them, just to make sure that they don't come loose or anything. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and I don't really want this to fall apart after all the effort that I'm putting into it. So we're going to do another layer on top of these balls. You're going to put them in like the space between, right? So like here, you're not going to stack it right on top, you're going to stack it in the center, and you're not going to put it directly on top, you're going to move it out a little bit so that it gets like wider as it goes up. Okay, so I've added the second layer of circles now, and you can see it's starting to take shape. It kind of looks like if you did a couple more, it could be a bowl, which you could very well do if you wanted, but I will be posting a tutorial on how to make a different kind of paper bowl, so yeah, that you could use for like your hair ties or whatever you want. But yeah, so what I'm going to continue to do is just stick some more on. Once again, I'm just going to put a little blob of glue to reinforce these. And I'm just going to keep building it up and up and up until it's the size that I want it to be. Finished my basket of the garbage can. This is how it turned out. Ain't it fabulous? I think so. If you guys try this, let me know by posting a video response down below of you guys doing it, or like showing me your end result, being like, voila, Jessica, here it is. You know how it, you know how it is, girlfriend. Yeah, so that's all.